Morning students. Today we discuss about 12th commerce subject. In this video we discuss a new chapter, that is Sale of Goods Act 1930. First we discuss about the meaning of essential element of contract of sale. That is, in a contract of sale there are some elements are to be involved. That is, two parties. A contract of sale involves two parties, that is a buyer and a seller. The buyer and the seller should be two different persons. If a person buys his own goods, there is no sale. So the buyer should purchase the product from the seller for price value. Then only it is called as a contract of a sale. Next, transfer of property. To constitute sale, the seller must transfer or agree to transfer the ownership in the goods to the buyer. That is, the property should be transferred from the seller to the buyer, or the seller will agree to transfer the property, ownership of the property from the seller to the buyer. It is called as a contract of a sale. So a mere transfer of possession does not constitute sale. Transfer of ownership will constitute a sale. Goods. Only the goods should be transferred. Only the goods are to be sold by the seller to the buyer. So the subject matter of the contract of sale should be a goods. So it includes money, actionable claims and immovable property. So goods, goodwill, trademark, copyright, patent right are also considered to be as goods. Price. The monetary consideration for the goods sold is called a price. If goods are exchanged for goods, it is only a barter system, and it will not constitute a sale, contract of a sale. Goods are to be exchanged for a price value. So price will be the essential part of a contract of a sale. Includes both sale and agreement to sale. So the term contract of sale includes both sale and agreement to sale. If the property is in goods is transferred immediately to the buyer, it is called a sale. On the other hand, if the transfer of property takes place at a future date or any fulfillment of the certain conditions, it is called agreement to sale. And there are some difference between sale and agreement to sale. Ownership point of view, the property in the goods passes from the seller to the buyer immediately, so that the seller is no more owner in the case of ownership transfer. But in the case of agreement to sale, the property in the goods has to be passed at a future date or time after the fulfillment of the certain conditions specified in the contract. Next one, risk of loss. Where the goods are sold under the contract of sale or destroyed, the loss falls on to the buyer because of the ownership will be transferred immediately in the case of contract of a sale. But in the case of agreement to sale, when the goods under the agreement to sale are destroyed, the loss will be falls on to the seller because of ownership will be in the hands of seller. Because of only the agreement will be made, there is no ownership will be transferred. Consequence of violating the contract. Where the buyer fails to pay the money, the seller cannot seize the goods. The seller will go to the court, file a case against the buyer for violating the contract. But in the case of contract of agreement to sale, where the buyer violates the contract, the seller can repossess the goods from the farmer, that is from the buyer. He can sue for damage for violation of the contract. Nature of contract. In the case of agreement to, in the case of contract of sale, it is an executed contract. That is, the contract will be a completed one because of the ownership will be transferred. But in the case of agreement to sell, it is an executed contract because contract yet to be performed. Only the agreement will be made, the ownership will be transferred in future. Insolvency of the buyer. In a sale, if the buyer becomes insolvent before he pays for the goods, even though the goods are sold or under the possession of the seller, the latter has to return them to the official receiver or assignee, as the ownership of the goods has already been transferred from the seller to the buyer. But in the case of agreement to sell, if the buyer will be an insolvent person, that is, before the payment of the price, the seller can retain the goods if they are under his possession, or even he can repossess the goods even if the possession of the goods is transferred to the buyer. Insolvency of the seller. If the seller becomes insolvent before delivering the goods to the buyer can claim the delivery of the goods from the official receiver or assignee, as the ownership is already passed. But in the case of agreement to sell, the buyer cannot do so. Next, we discuss about the types of goods. Majorly, there are three types of goods are there in the case of a contract of sale. That is, existing goods, future goods, contingent goods. In the case of existing goods, it is further classified into specific goods, ascertained goods, unascertained goods. Existing goods means existing goods are those owned or possessed by the seller at the time of contract of sale. So goods possessed even refer to sale by agent or by pledger. It is called an existing goods. Specific goods point of view, that is, next type is future goods. These goods are which a seller does not possess at the time of contract of sale, but which will be manufactured or produced or acquired by him after entering into a contract of sale agreement. That is, the agreement will be made and the goods are to be passed to the buyer after some days or some time. Similarly, where the bus company agree to buy spare parts from a particular supplier, it is an example for future contract. Then contingent goods. Contingent goods are the goods the acquisition of which by the seller depends upon the contingencies. So contingent goods are a part of the future goods. Next, we discuss about conditions and warranty. Conditions and warranty. Condition means a condition is a stipulation which is essential to the main purpose of the contract. It is core to the contract. The non-fulfillment of the condition cancel the very contract. So condition is one of the essential part for making an agreement or making a contract. So it is the main object of a contract. Only the fulfillment of the conditions become contract. If not, if the fulfillment are not, if the condition are not fulfilled, means it is not a valid contract. So in other words, if a condition is broken, it leads to cancellation of the contract. Warranty means, warranty represents a stipulation which is collateral to the main purpose of the contract. So it is of the secondary importance of the contract. So warranty means the guarantee period given in the contract. So the violation of warranty entitle the affected party to claim damage or compensation from the other party. So but he cannot cancel the contract altogether. There are some difference between warranty and conditions. Meaning point of view, condition means it is a stipulation which is essential to the main purpose of the contract of sale. But warranty, which is collateral to the main purpose of contract. Significance point of view, condition is so essential to the contract that the breaking of which cancels the contract. But in the case of warranty, it is of subsidiary one. So the violation of warranty will not revoke the contract. Transfer of ownership. Ownership on goods cannot be transferred without fulfilling the conditions. But in the case of warranty, ownership on goods can be transferred on the buyer without fulfilling the warranty conditions. Remedy. In the case of a breach of contract, the affected party can cancel the contract and claim damages. But in the case of warranty, in case of breach of warranty, the affected party cannot cancel the contract but can claim for damages. Treatment point of view, breach of contract conditions may be treated as breach of warranty. That is, if the conditions are not fulfilled, means automatically the contract will be cancelled. So warranty will also be cancelled. But in the case of warranty, breach of warranty cannot be treated as a breach of contract or breach of conditions. So with that we conclude this video. We can continue the same chapter in next video. Thank you.